Okay, so I'm here working on the Arena pinball machine from Gottlieb, and I'm going to go through and replace all the rubbers on the playfield, clean it up a little bit, wax it. I've got my mill wax here that I'm going to use, and my rubbers kit from Marco Specialties. I did go through and make sure that everything was there, and it all is, and my beer. I'm going to go ahead and see how this goes. I also have two new tubes here for that. And I'm going to see if I can replace one of the light bulbs in here too. So I'll probably actually try to take this out. I think it's a few of these bolts here that remove the pit so that I can take that out and change the light bulb. So let's see how that goes. So to remove the pit, you have to take the plastics off, and then there are a few bolts here kind of holding that in, and then it does come loose. So I'm going to play with that and see how it comes out, and clean this up since it's a bit dirty and replace the rubbers there. So in addition to undoing those three nuts, you also have to take out this ramp here. There are two screws holding it in, and then when you take this out, it will allow this to come up. So we'll go ahead and take that out of the way and replace the bad bulb underneath. So this is what it looks like underneath there, underneath the pit, and here it is with all the light bulbs going. I'm going to clean this up a little bit since this has probably never been cleaned. So we'll clean that up and wax underneath here too. And then check for any other rubbers and things like that. Oh, I will replace that rubber in the back. That looks like it's been there for 29 years. It was white. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and do that. So to replace the rubber, it's pretty easy. I just did this one over here, and you literally just pull them right off. So there's the old rubber. We'll go ahead and we'll pull that off. If it doesn't deteriorate in the process, alright. So there's the old one and the new one. And before I put this new one on, I'm just going to clean that post, and then this will just slide right over that, which is nice and easy. Okay, I've gone ahead and put the pit back together and put a bunch of new rubbers on and cleaned it, waxed it, and it's starting to look pretty good. So that's that first part there. Now I'm going into this section here. I have to go back and replace these bulbs. I bought the wrong ones. I bought 63s instead of 67s. The 63s are 6 volts versus the 12 or 14 that you need. Anyway, I'll get those in. But anyway, I'm going to take these ramps out here. Basically, the wire goes in through here, and there's a connector on the other side, which I'll show you. And these, slide out of these little holders here. So go ahead and take those out, and we'll go from there. So here are the connectors for the ramp that is lit. I'll go ahead and disconnect that and feed that through and pull out the old ramp. So if we go around and check, there it is. And there's the connector for it. So here's the ramp I pulled out. Notice how dark and disgusting and gray it is, except for right there where it's clean. Anyway, one of the things that we're going to need to do is we're now going to need to pop out the old connectors, and we'll put in the new one. And there are some tabs down here that will make getting this these tubes out for that lighted ramp in Arena easier. And just so you guys know, the way these come out, these don't just pop out. There is a little plastic pin that you just kind of pull it out, and when you pull that out, you get left with that, and then it'll come right out without breaking anything. So here are the new ramp tubes, the lighted ramp tubes, and you will need to utilize the old connector by popping it out with a depinning tool there, and we'll pop those back in to that old connector, and we'll be good to go. This is new old stock from Marco's Specialties. It was about $15 a tube for one of these. So there we go, there are the old ones and the new ones. Alright, so I put those ramp tubes back in, and they look much nicer now that they're clean. The only thing I'm having trouble getting to work are these two bulbs here on solenoids, I believe 4 and 7. I can't seem to get them to fire even when I do the lamp test. I don't hear anything going, I don't see anything going, so maybe it's a bad solenoid. I did put new bulbs in the back there. Those are 67s, as well as these. They are a 12-volt bulb. That's what you need there. I also went through and put on new rubbers just about everywhere. There was a couple spots that I didn't get enough. I just didn't have enough rubbers for them. I mean, everything was there in the kit, but there are actually more rubbers needed than that showed up. So that, like, the ones that didn't get accounted for were these ones down here that luckily you don't really see, and same on the other side. They just weren't quite enough. There it is. See, one of the problems with the new old stock is, like, not all the bulbs will fire, and there's nothing else I can really do about that except maybe put in, you know, rip out those lights and maybe put in LED lights or something. That's a possibility. Maybe they make a string LED light that would fit in there nicely, but that's a project for another day. So things that I will try to focus on next will be repairing this ramp somehow, or finding a replacement ramp and getting these two bulbs to go. But other than that, the game works pretty well. Everything else is working. I got a couple other things to touch up, like this rail here needs some epoxy in there to make sure it stays in and is good to go. But other than that, cleaned it up, waxed it, and we'll play it a little bit now. Put it back together first. So there we go. Let's play some Arena. Okay, here's Arena. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Don't mind Virtual Cop and Badlands playing in the background. It's on that same switch that they all are. So here we go. So we go. It's on. And it plays pretty well. Just that ramp there, that's the issue. But anyway, you guys get the idea. I'll go ahead and start a game just so you can hear what it sounds like. So let's go ahead and push start. There you go. And into the pit. There we go. Here you go. You guys get the idea. And I'll see what I can do to fix that ramp and everything else. Alright, thanks a lot, guys.